So I have something I've been wanting for a while now, and now that I've gotten better at designing stuff in Tinkercad, I kind of realized I can finally do what I want. And what I've wanted is a way to record with cameras in 4 different directions. And yeah, I could go buy a really expensive 360-degree camera, but I already own a bunch of really cheap webcams, and I don't want to learn a new skill. So instead of learning how to use a 360-degree camera, I spent a bunch of time making custom GoPro mounts, or at least mounts that use the GoPro mounting system. And yeah, so I've come up with some interesting designs, and I went through a lot of iterations. Something that people in the quilting community will probably be able to relate to is when you have four arms and rotational symmetry and stuff, you unintentionally start making the bad shape. So I'm just going to put a couple of these screws here, not the positions they would normally be in this design, but just to give you an idea. You add one more screw and yeah. And granted, that shape used to not have bad associations with it, but it does now, so I didn't want to do that. And the design would have been a lot simpler if I wasn't trying to avoid the bad shape, but here we are. And to solve that issue, it took a lot of time in figuring things out, a lot of thinking, and quilting actually was the solution because I couldn't get the answer I wanted. But instead of having the screws all pointing in a rotating pattern, I have them pointing inwards towards each other. And it's not great from an ergonomic standpoint. It's kind of, would have been better if I had rotational symmetry. But yeah, bad shape not allowed. That's we'll leave it at that. I've made a variety though of iterations. The simple iteration would have been four arms going 4 directions, and that being that. But I was trying to figure out how to avoid the bad shape. So ChatGPT was like, "Well, add a hub in the middle." It's like that doesn't change anything. But then I decided I kind of like the hub in the middle, so yeah. I did leave. I will be uploading some of the other variations that I made. So this is, gosh, I don't even know. I think this is like probably Rev 20. But this was like the first one I printed because I wanted to see if it would work. And the reason I have this riser here is because with a tripod head, if I have this sitting flush against the tripod head, especially with ones that have a bigger surface area, I wouldn't be able to access the holes I made for cable management. I don't have the USB cables around me, so I'm going to use this SATA power cable. But I put these holes in so you could feed cables through, and if you're using webcams or power cables for your GoPros, the cables go somewhere, so they're kind of managed. This opening should be able to fit most USB-C cables. Not big enough for a SATA power cable though. Probably actually would fit this SATA cable, this slim one, yeah. So you feed your cable through and then plug it into your GoPro or your webcam. Although this isn't big enough for USB-A, so that's why I made these slots. But yeah, this was the first design, and it works. Like, you spin it on the tripod head, and the riser distance is enough where you can feed cables through and things aren't being impeded. The octagon holes were just really a way to reduce the material. Interesting note, those holes are the same size as these M4 nuts, so don't know what you do with that, but yay. But then I was thinking to myself, whoops, and I was like, I don't really like that. I'm kind of conflicted. It works, nothing wrong with it. But I felt I could do better, so I made this flat version. And then I realized, I don't think I did on this one. I did a little bit. I realized I need to make the hole bigger for the 1/4 20 screw so it doesn't get caught on the plastic. But I also realized I could put a nut on both sides. So now, with that, oh wait, I need my riser. I want to use one where there we go, a little bigger. So now I made a riser though to extend that screw. I got my distance, but with that nut on top, now I can add something like another one of these risers. Don't mind how long the screw is. It's not supposed to really be that way, but it is what it is. And I have a mounting point that'll sit above the GoPro. This isn't the best GoPro example because the prongs on this one aren't compatible with having the GoPro vertical. My Hero 10 is currently recording on time lapse, so yeah. But yeah, so that's really nice. So now I can mount stuff on top, or if I wanted to, I could design a mount for like a battery bank to put up there. Have that with the cameras. And yeah, this works really well. I got the spacing above the tripod head that I need, so I can use the cable management. And I can mount cameras in 4 different directions. In my case, I'll be using webcams because I have a bunch of really cheap 1080p webcams that I'm going to be using to probably use them as security cameras to record the cast of all things. But I feel like another thing this would be useful for would be for like conference calls or maybe podcasting. If you want to use, GoPros or cheap webcams, because you could have a bunch of people sitting around like a square table and you could have cameras pointing each direction. Now, obviously there are probably going to be some weight limitations to this. I haven't tested to see how much weight it can handle because I don't really want to destroy one of these for science since I'm not going to be using it for really heavy stuff. But I did take some of my extensions like this, my 2-way GoPro mounts, and yeah, well, this one won't go that, but I made a long arm. Woo! I screwed them together, and then I hung a GoPro off the edge, and it seemed pretty good. This is printed in PETG, and I don't remember how many walls I did. I believe I did 5 walls. Probably easier to see on this side. Yeah, I think it was 5 walls. I think I did 20% gyrate infill. There's a lot of walls since I did all these cutouts and stuff, and it feels pretty solid. I mean, I can feel a little bit of flex to it, but these will obviously flex. I could probably break these if I squish them together, but they're printed in a way where they should have ideal strength. Yeah. Layer lines kind of go this way and then back. But yeah, I don't know. It is an interesting design. I think I'm going to try selling these because, well, I might actually try selling these as well. Because I think it's something useful. And there's just nothing on the market that exists like this. And not everybody wants to go buy a bunch of 360-degree cameras, but you might already own a bunch of GoPros because, I don't know. I mean, I own 2. This is one of 2, when you upgrade, you keep the old ones for spares. But yeah, a bit of a ramble. I did do a video on this riser, which has probably already been put live, but that was fun. And there's some other designs. I believe there's 4 designs in total that I've included in the STL files that will be linked in the description. But yeah, hopefully someone finds it interesting and useful. And thanks for watching.